So it is very important to take part and participate in F.A.S.T Africa, because you learn the ins and outs of the entire supply chain, and it helps you to better understand how you need to market your goods, how you need to capture the stories behind the goods that you are selling or manufacturing, and the importance of doing business on the continent. So it's a wonderful, wonderful investment. I'm glad that I came across this trip. I highly recommend it. It has definitely broadened my vision for my own brand and company and where to take it from here. It was just a very overwhelming experience in a good way. I mean, the design process, the colorways, is all so fascinating, and I would definitely recommend this trip.
First time in Ghana, first time on the F.A.S.T Africa trip. I'm excited to be here, and I'm just looking forward to getting around to see the factories, the artisans, and look at the opportunities and get to meet people. And yeah, I'm excited to be here. It's been a very busy and eventful week, and it's been really good. Some of the highlights for me were going to the wax print factory, especially being able to go and understand beforehand, going to the factory, what the process of making the wax prints, the different prints, the symbols on some of the fabrics and what they mean, and then being able to go to the actual factory and see how they're actually doing it. That was very enlightening, the amount of work that goes into it, and just having a bit of appreciation for the process and respect for the original fabrics, because we know in the market there's a lot of fakes out there. I really enjoyed that, and also going to the beadwork, doing a beadwork workshop as well, being able to see the process from beginning to end of creating some glass beads. They're very beautiful, and again, getting a bit of appreciation of the process. And it's you can't replace machinery with someone doing it by hand, and it was really nice to get to see that.
Hey everybody, to day 4 of Fashion Africa sourcing trip. I'm so excited to see the bead market today and all the wonderful authentic African beads.
We're off to the bead market. I'm really excited to see the different types of beads that they have. I know that they have some that they make with glass, some that they make with plastic, some kind of stone type beads as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the different variations.
We've got some meetings today with ministers of trade and export and so forth. How have you guys just found the last meeting we were in, talking about exporting as a fashion business? How did you find that?
I found it very informative. They gave some really useful information in terms of factoring in what's actually in your fabrics, things like the dyes and so forth, and making sure that it meets the correct standards and impacts on the environment, and getting the right paperwork in place to export it. So that was really good, and I think that'll also help inform my choices of the designs that I think of using in my pieces as well.
Perfect. And yourself?
And definitely being very, very mindful to connect whatever business you're doing, that it is helping the local community, the local Ghanaians, so that it stimulates the Ghanaian economy, and making sure that we make decisions that help support them, because that's highly favored. So when you're dealing with them, it's very mindful to understand that whatever you're doing, make sure it benefits the local Ghanaians.
And Carol, you was asking about the traditional kente, but what else did you learn from this meeting, or takeaways?
Quite a bit actually. Obviously there were aspects of fashion business that you wouldn't necessarily think about or consider. Even the idea of having to register a business in order to export is something that a lot of us are really unfamiliar with. So yes, overall it's been very insightful, very eye-opening, definitely worth the trip.
Absolutely. We're heading to Cape Coast this morning, and we're all excited about participating in the batik workshop today and visiting our ancestors at one of the castles. So yeah, you should be here.
Before partaking this, it's a white clothes called organic. So we give the batikers a stencil, and this is the organic. It's plain. So we have our stencil and the color that we want them to do it for us. So they stamp this white cloth. After that, they dye it. After dyeing, they dewax it and hang it in the sun for a while and wash it. So after washing, they bring it to us.
Hi, it's day 2 of the trip, and today we got to do some batiks. It was a very interesting and eye-opening and exciting experience. I got to make my own piece, which I'm very proud of. That's my piece. Yeah, and I got to have a better appreciation of the efforts and technique that goes into making these. Yeah, definitely worth having.
Is it a technique you would use for your own business, and why? If you do?
I think it's definitely a technique I would definitely consider on some of the pieces, because the prints, and it's more about getting the right color combination, I think, in the right prints and layout. But I definitely liked it, and even with what they had to showcase with their own items, I was just drawn to some of the pieces as well. So yeah, definitely something I'll choose.
Yes, so we've hit Cape Coast now. Really looking forward to today. Always love coming down this side of the country, and I mean, just being by the water, but it's not just being beautiful, like a beautiful environment. We're right by Elmina Castle, and those who don't know need to know. I mean, this is a place that everybody, especially those in the diaspora, should be coming to connect back with your history as well. So it's more, when you think of the water, you think that signifies more than just sea. That signifies my people, my history. One of the smaller manufacturers, which is probably right for your business. What do you think you'll do differently, or what do you think you might change?
So I have to go back to the drawing board. I did a lot wrong, and that's okay, because you learn as you go sometimes. What I will have to do differently is take ample time to source my notions, meaning my zippers, my buttons, all of those things, those quality elements that I need to have in my garments for it to look a certain way. Just really being hands-on in the design process, so that when I connect with that manufacturer, everything is laid out. I'm not depending on the manufacturer to do nothing but make the garment. That's all that they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to go source your fabric. That's a whole separate situation.
That's full production.
That's full production.
Yeah.
So I, as a designer, have to take on a lot of the leeway on the initial gathering of everything. Before I did it, before I was doing it where I was having stuff made here in Africa in places where the zippers were not good, and it's not because of, you know, nothing more than the logistics. They don't have the quality zippers here, so it was probably ludicrous of me to even think that they were here. So just understanding the logistical things like that. So I have to dig deeper in terms of those small things, those detailed things, as part of the design process. Come on this trip because you think you know, but you don't know until you're hands-on, face-to-face with people. You're able to see their setup. You're able to see their capacity. Capacity is everything. As a business owner, that's the language you have to be thinking about and talking about. Not only your capacity, but the capacity of the manufacturer. So it's really important to be part of this, because you're able to see hands-on what you need to do, what the process is, and that particular manufacturer prefers that the designer be part of the process, like literally hands-on. So it's important that you're here face-to-face with that person and build a relationship.